Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anggie Femia Dwitara. I'm from 07 SIGP 001. Here I want to presentation about introduction to psycholinguistics. So here we go. I would like to presentation about types and history of language learning. So, what is language? Language is such a complex phenomenon that it has become the common study point of many social sciences, such as linguistics, psycholinguistics, sociolinguistics, neurolinguistics, and historical linguistics. So, according to Gus and Slinker 2018, there are 8 dimensions. The first is affect, which is an important issue under the heading of psycholinguistics, consists of 3 aspects as language shock and culture shock, anxiety, and affective filter. So the second is social aspect of using a second language cannot be ignored since second language learning involves the acquisition of a second identity. In this process, social distance may occur. Social distance is the cognitive and affective proximity of two cultures that come in contact within an individual. So next is act differences is another dimension discussed under the headline of psycholinguistics. It is possible to get different views and studies about the influence of act and on the language learning acquisition process. So the next is aptitude is defined as natural ability or skill at doing something. So in the context of language learning, language aptitude refers to the potential that a person has for learning language. So the next is motivation, which is one of the psycholinguistic dimension, is the key concept in the language learning. Motivation is defined in the Oxford English Dictionary as a reason for acting or behaving in particular way, and a desire or willingness to do something and enthusiasm. So the next is personality and learning style are among the psycholinguistic factors which affect the foreign language learning process directly or indirectly. Personality is the particular combination of emotional, attitudinal, and behavioral response patterns of an individual. So the next is there is a common belief that there are different learner types as visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Visual learners take in information visually, whereas auditory learners take in the information auditorily. So the last is learning strategies is the last dimension discussed under the heading of the psycholinguistic factor, which affect the foreign language learning process. So thank you very much. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.